And then we're gonna bring it horizontal on the mat now, and you're gonna bring it underneath your armpit. We're gonna work on the serratus and lat here. So we're in this nice side lying position. Hands can come behind the head, interlaced, and you're going to stack everything. Knees are slightly ahead of you. And then you're gonna roll back, lifting that bottom elbow off the mat, twisting from the belly button up, open, and then pull it back. And then that elbow kind of sends behind you as you come, bringing the chest towards the roller. All right, I'm gonna move my mic. You keep moving there. Opening up, and then rotating towards the roller. So as you roll back, try not to let that top knee glide back with you. Keep the hips squared off to the front. And then as you glide forward, try not to let that top knee glide forward with you. You're going to feel this nice massage all through underneath the armpit. Releasing there is an area you might not think we have a lot of tension, but we really work these muscles so much. Anytime we do upper body, serratus anterior and lat are working for us if we are doing upper body properly and you're listening to my cues. So we really need to release this tension. Amazing. On this next one, we're just going to roll it back, holding that slightly open position. Option to ground down through the feet, lift up through the hips, and start to just massage down a bit further on this side. Might be a bit sticky, all the way up underneath the armpit, and as low as you can go into the side of the waist. Again, this area works a lot for us when we do upper body and core. So good to massage here, kind of bring some blood flow to the tissues. Just one more. And bending it back. Amazing. Pressing all the way up onto our side now. We are going to sit our bum onto the roller. Right, so we're in parallel to start. And then that same side that we were facing towards, that leg is going to cross over and we're going to come back facing towards that side. So we're kind of shifted over onto one glute now. We're in this figure 4 position and we're just going to start rolling up and down the glute. But once you find a spot that's tender, I kind of just want you to hold there and breathe into it. Maybe you rock a little bit back and forth or find a little circular massage motion, but I really want you to tap into these spots, hold for 30 to 60 seconds on each one, where you're finding this big sensation, the ones that make your face go like, ooh, yeah, that's the spots for me, right? And there might be a few of them if you've been working out in the studio regularly. We work glutes a lot, so let's make sure to release this. It's so important for pelvic floor health as well. Tight glutes do not help us, can create so many issues. So let's really take our time to release them here. Okay, finding those spots again. If you find a particularly sticky spot, breathe into it. Maybe you draw little circles on that spot. We're going to take our time here today because I need this one. So if I need it, I'm sure you guys do too. All right. You can allow the eyes to close if you want. Just turn the gaze inwards. Finding the breath, softening through the glutes. Amazing. From there, we're just going to stay seated. You're going to bring that leg of the side that we were just massaging out slightly forward ahead of you. Other leg is bent closer in towards the body. You're going to start to flex through the foot, and then you're going to draw the roller back as you hinge forward. And then when you can no longer hinge, you're going to round forward over that shape. And then pull it back upright. Okay? So we hinge forward first, hinge, 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 and then round, rolling over the shape. And then we can articulate even on the way up, nodding through, tucking through the chin, rolling up bone by bone to stack the spine. Okay? So we shift forward And round forward, opening up. Big opener for the back of the leg, hamstring, calf. And then nod through the chin. Rolling up, stacking the spine. Shift the hips back, hinge, and then roll over. And then tuck the chin, roll up bone by bone. Just one more here for me. Inhale, creating space at the back of the leg. And then rolling forward. Exhale, letting it all go, head and neck. We'll hold this last one for a few breaths. Breathing laterally out through the sides of the ribs, creating more space in the rib cage. Last one. Tuck through the chin, rolling up bone by bone. Amazing. We've got the other side. So we're going to bring that roller. You can keep it where it is, but I'm going to bring it around so I can face you guys. And then we're going to come down. Remember, it comes underneath the armpit to start, all the way down, starting upper and working our way down through the body in this sequence today. So hands come behind the head, interlaced. Everything's in one long line except knees are slightly forward. And we're just going to start to roll back, opening chest towards the ceiling and then rolling it forward. Chest comes towards the roller. All right, so we're working to keep this twist isolated to the upper body only. So knees stay stacked on top of one another. And this can be a bit tender, especially as you start to roll forward, but it can be different for everyone. You might feel the more tenderness as you roll back. For me, I feel it a little bit more as I roll forward into the chest. It's really not an area we massage into regularly. So just use your breath. If you ever need to back off of it a little bit, take a break and then hop back in. Usually if it's tender, it means we need to work there. Opening up. Big mobility work for the spine here as well. So good. This is one of those ones I literally could do it all day. But on this next one, we will hold it open because we've got more to do. We're going to ground down through the feet, lifting up the hips, and then we're going to start to massage down the spine, or the side of the torso, really, not the spine. Okay, all the way down, as far down as you can go, and then up, back underneath the armpit. Again, like the glutes, if you find a particular spot that's like really tender, you could hold it here, you could drop the hips just so that you're not tensing up too much. Be my guest. Okay, one last roll here for me. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Amazing, dropping the hips. Let's press it on up, coming to a seat on the roller, carefully coming up. And then bringing the hands behind for some support. That leg is gonna come crossing over and we're gonna shift into that same side bum, facing towards the side that we were just facing towards. And we're gonna start to glide up and down the bum. And then as soon as you find that sticky spot, and there it is for me, you can hold and breathe. Imagine like you're getting heavier and heavier into the roller. Maybe you start to draw little circles, one direction and then the other. And then after about 30 to 60 seconds, try to find a new spot to hold into. Okay. Ideally, you want to be kind of supported up in the arms, but because this is stretch and kind of restorative today, you can allow yourself to kind of just relax there and really focus more in onto the glute at this time. The aim is releasing tension, right? Okay. Finding those spots. You might shift back and forth side to side to find them. And if this figure 4 shape ever bothers your glute, you feel any pinching, I just want you to keep the legs bent together, and you can still shift over to the side, but it might help alleviate some of that pinching. It's probably coming from a tight piriformis. So once you start to work out some of that tension, you'll probably be able to come into this figure 4 shape. All right. A few more moments, a few more breaths here, really softening through the glutes. Okay, we have to use that mind to muscle connection here as well, not only to create tension, but to create the sensation of release. And part of that is just visually imagining the muscles softening for us. Okay, let's hold in one last sticky spot. And maybe you draw the circles. And then we're gonna come back onto both glutes in parallel. That leg that was just crossed over, the glute that we were just working, that foot's gonna come slightly forward. Other leg is going to hug in. And then we're gonna sit up nice and tall. You're gonna start to draw the bum back, hinge forward over the legs. When you can no longer hinge, you're gonna round forward. Releasing there. And then we can tuck through the chin, roll up bone by bone to come back to the starting position. So the hips draw back, this leg starts to straighten, feeling that stretch in the hamstring and the calf. And then when you can no longer keep the spine neutral, back flat, you start to round forward over the shape. Relaxing through the upper body, and then nod through the chin, tuck through, rolling up bone by bone. Getting some nice mobility in the spine here as well. If there's a way for me to work in spine mobility, just know I will be doing it. We need to move the spine. And that's not just reserved for these restorative classes. If you do the classes in the studio, you know that we are always moving the spine. If it feels good just to hold there, I noticed I was holding this one a little bit longer. Find what feels good in your body. If it feels better just to hold the position for a moment before moving on to the next piece, that's what you should do. Rolling up. This is our last one. We are going to hinge, 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 hinge forward. Try to straighten that leg a little bit more. And then round forward. And we're going to hold here, taking a few deep breaths. You can wiggle through the toes. As you breathe, try to breathe laterally out through the sides of your ribs. Expanding the rib cage, like imagine your torso is a canister and it's expanding out to the side. And then as you exhale, it comes back in together. Tucking through the chin, rolling up bone by bone. Amazing.